So do we now have a judicial report that is exonerating the Sidharamaiah government? Can the Sidharamaiah government escape blame for the stampede? RCB, organizers, police all in the dock. But who really will actually be held accountable? Questions that I will raise with A.S. Ponnampa. He is both legal advisor to Karnataka Chief Minister and a Congress MLA. Narendra Rangappa is BJP senior spokesperson there, and S.T. Ramesh, former DGP Karnataka. Appreciate your joining us. Mr. Ponnampa, let me come to you. The report, as I see it, that we have access blames RCB, DNA Networks, the event managers, the KSCA for organizing an unauthorized victory parade. But given that this event was approved to be held at the Vidhan Sauda, a government-controlled site, how does the Congress claim complete non-involvement? A major event is taking place at Chinnaswamy Stadium, one at Vidhan Sauda. Stampede takes place, yes, at Chinnaswamy Stadium. And the government says we had no idea what was going on. And therefore, the report seems to exonerate completely the government. The Home Minister surely or someone in the government must take responsibility too.
Rajdeep, let us not mix up the issues. We are specifically dealing with the celebration at Chinnaswamy Stadium, where the stampede took place and where the deaths have happened. Therefore, the entire report of the Commission of Inquiry and the Magisterial Inquiry are dealing with this stampede incident which took place outside the Chinnaswamy Stadium. So this is an event purely in the realm of a private celebration by RCB, which utilized the KSCA premises of the Chinnaswamy Stadium premises for its matches, as well for celebrating its victory. KSCA, which provided the premises, and DNA, which is the event manager or the intermediary in this whole thing. Now, where the police step in is that the RCB and the KSCA have 1 day prior to the date of the celebration represented to them or intimated them or applied to them seeking permission. Now there is a controlling order, as you have pointed out just before you allowed us to speak, 2009 controlling order, which deals with permissions and how the police must act while providing permission to the such assemblies or such programs or such celebrations. So as far as the organizers are concerned, very categorical finding that we can see, it is a fact, is that they did not have the permission to go ahead with the celebration. Whether they were required to obtain such a permission, yes, they were required. Whether they took such a permission, no, they did not take. These are rather cold facts.
No, but
now,
why
the
did
permission...
I take your cold facts, but I take your point that they did not have the full permission and went ahead with the function. Then why did government functionaries attend such a function? Mr. D.K. Shivkumar, Deputy Chief Minister, was happily giving the award to Virat Kohli. A parallel function took place at Vidhan Sauda, which eventually led to the political secretary of the Chief Minister Sidharamaiah stepping down. My point is, are we saying that all of this took place with the government completely oblivious to the fact that such a major event was taking place without any permissions? And surely the police department reports to the Home Ministry and the Home Minister.
No, this is exactly why the Commissioner of Police, Additional Commissioner, going all the way downwards to the police inspector, stands suspended. Are you going to tell us that the government has acted, with this kind of action without any basis? See,
we are told that the police officials had spoken to the government, which gave the green signal. Are you telling me the police officials allowed all of this to take? Are you telling me the police officials allowed all these events to take place without consulting the government, and someone in the government didn't give them a green signal?
I am not saying it. The facts before you through the inquiry reports are saying it. Now it may not suit somebody's palate that the government is not a party to something like this, but that doesn't mean that you deviate from the facts. The facts remain the facts. What the police were meant to do, supposed to do in law, they did not do it, which is why they are now stand suspended, which is why action was taken. This is an event which took place within 24 hours. Government, whether the police commissioner or the intelligence briefed the Home Minister on the morning of the event, they did not brief the Home Minister. They did not brief the Chief Minister. about this Chinnaswamy event. They did not brief that permission was sought and no permission has been given. Now the controlling order also specifically mandates, Section 8 says, that the licensing authority must reject when they cannot allow this program to go on. You have slept over this application. Are you going to tell that the Chief Minister and the Home Minister are aware of an application made for permission to the police department?
Can I just
You heard the Honorable Chief
Okay,
Minister himself.
I've heard you. I've heard you.
Honorable
Let me
Chief
go to-
Minister himself saying that
Yes.
deaths have taken place by the time he went to Vidhan Sauda. Police officers were very busy taking care of the program. They did not know about the stampede, that they did not inform the Chief Minister or the Home Minister about the stampede. In fact, when at 5:20, after the program in Vidhan Sauda, the Honorable Chief Minister was informed about the death not by the police, by somebody else. He then called the Commissioner of Police to check. Even then, the Commissioner did not inform the Chief Minister that 11 deaths have taken place. This is the fact.
Okay. Can I just go now to Narendra Rangappa? Narendra Rangappa, what Mr. Ponappa is saying there is that, Ponanna is saying these are the facts which have come through a judicial commission now. Now, if that commission believes that the government had no role to play in this entire private event, so be it. Are you looking in some way to target the government in this case? Does that mean tomorrow, whenever a stampede takes place in any part of the country, this was in Bengaluru, in any part of the country, the government of the day will be blamed? I haven't seen any report on the Kumbh Mela, for example, blaming Yogi Adityanath.
Sir, let me first make a statement that the government is accountable for and responsible for the law and order situation in Karnataka. The police happens to be an essential organ of the state government. Mr. Michael Kunna seems to have amputated an essential part of the government in the report he has submitted. He has totally exonerated the CM, DCM and the Home Minister. These were the entities that were hand in glove with RCB, DNA and the other KSCA.
Are you saying, sir, are you saying that Michael Kuna has deliberately delivered a report to exonerate the Karnataka government? Is that the charge you are making, that a judicial officer appointed has deliberately done so? That's a very serious charge to make.
Because the Home Ministry, the police is the government. If these people are blamed, then why not their masters? Why not the Home Minister? Why not the Chief Minister, who are responsible for running the government, who are responsible for maintaining law and order?
No, are we saying that whenever a private, no sir, are we saying therefore whenever a private event takes place in any part of the country, if there is a stampede in that event, the minister or the chief minister of that state must be held accountable? Is that what you are saying now?
100%.
KSCA is a private ground. How is the chief minister responsible for a stampede at KSCA?
But he is responsible for the law and order. Whether KSCA is not following the law and order, or if DNA is not respecting the government, if any function or gathering is allowed without any permission from the respective authorities, it is illegal. And it is the priority of the CM and the cabinet to see that such things don't happen. If they had been a little bit proactive, 11 deaths would have been prevented. I squarely blame that the government of Karnataka has blood on its hand.
Okay, you're saying government of Karnataka has blood on its hand. Let me just, away from the politics, Ramesh, ask you, look at what happened to the police. You had a police commissioner of some distinction being suspended. You've had other officers being transferred out. Do you believe at the end of the day, now that this report is out and India Today has accessed it, that effectively what it's doing is making the police and the private organizers responsible? The government and ministers, all of whom knew that this event was taking place. Let them say that no one can say they didn't have knowledge because it was taking place both in Vidhan Sauda and KSCA. Have they been let off the hook too easily? Have the police become the fall guy in your view, Mr. Ramesh?
I have been saying right from the beginning, Rajdeep, that police have been made a scapegoat. And I hold on to that view even now. There were many stakeholders in this bizarre incident on the 4th of June. The political leaders of the government are definitely one of the stakeholders, because there was a reception at Vidhan Sauda, the grand steps of the Vidhan Sauda, on a couple of not even a couple of hours, maybe an hour before the RCB team, the heroes of IPL, moved to KSCA Stadium. The KSCA Stadium is barely 1 or 1.5 kilometers from the Vidhana Saudha, and there is free access for people to reach from Vidhana Saudha to the KSCA through the High Court itself. Through the High Court, Kabban Park, they can just cross over. Vidhana Saudha and KSCA are all in different parts of the Kabban Park complex. Now, definitely the state governments are stakeholders. Police is also a stakeholder, but if anything, they are the least among the stakeholders. They are the last among the stakeholders. The police, just consider the circumstances, give me a minute. The entire night of 3rd and 4th, all the entire police force of Bangalore was on the streets during the night, keeping vigil, because there was delirious celebrations on the streets of Bangalore. You could hear it in the outskirts of Bangalore. Everywhere there was celebration. The important thing is RCB has no organic connection with Karnataka, means that it has a suffix Bengaluru, and it is a franchise. It is nothing to do with, and there are barely 2 or 3 players of Karnataka included in the RCB team. Now, what has a franchise got to do? The grand steps of Vidhan Saudha are meant for government functions, and by holding a reception at the grand steps of the Vidhan Saudha, in which everybody was present, the entire cabinet perhaps was present with their families, the state government becomes a very, very big stakeholder. Was there a permission?
But the stampede, sir, with due regard, Mr. Ramesh, the stampede takes place at KSCA. The Karnataka police or the Bengaluru police, if it has rejected permission, should not have allowed the function to go ahead in the first place. So you cannot say that the police is not culpable. The police also the police should have said, no, we are not allowing you to do the function. They should have said, sorry, not happening.
This is being oversimplifying the event. The Facebook post was made at 7 o'clock, as you yourself stated, in the initial stages. People started coming. The RCB has a following of 21 million. The Bangalore City Police has a social media following of 2 million. So how do you make the appeal, and how do you countermand the appeal of the RCB? It would have led to a potential greater confusion.
So,
and when people were surging, how do you physically stop them?
So the primary responsibility was of RCB and KSCA. Let's be clear. They flouted the rules very clearly. They went ahead in the belief that they would get the permission and put out these social media posts. But Mr. Ponnanna, in conclusion, you've heard, when a chief minister or a deputy chief minister are seen to endorse the function, in one event, he is holding the IPL trophy with Virat Kohli, in another one, it's deputy chief minister Sidharamaiah. The government cannot simply say tomorrow, when things went wrong, we didn't know what was happening. That's the problem. It would have been, the Kuna report almost seems to suggest as if the government was living in a parallel universe, completely oblivious to what was happening.
Rajdeep, I just want to bring one fact into this, that the request of RCB and KSCA was for an open rally, which the police denied orally and communicated to the concerned also that they will not be allowed to take out an open rally, which is an open bus rally, which the government agreed to. So what I'm trying to say here is, if the police were to intimate to the government or to the concerned that we are not in a position to go ahead with a program of this nature, of this magnitude, you can take it from me and be rest assured that there is no question of this program having gone ahead.
No, so are you telling me that the police? Are you telling me the police did not communicate this to the chief minister's office or the deputy chief minister's office or the home ministry, that we are in no position to carry on this function?
101% they did not. Now, which government will say when a police commissioner or the DG of police says that we are not in a position, that you go ahead. A function which is totally unconnected as far as the state is concerned. And like our former DGP rightly said, see, RCB he is a franchisee.
Now that's all the more if
franchisee,
RCB is a
but in
franchisee,
our-
you
in
didn't
our-
need
but in
DK
our-
Shiv, you didn't need DK Shiv Kumar running to the airport to receive the team if they are a private franchisee.
No,
My
Raj-
point is
Rajdeep,
the government's
from-
actions bellied. It would have been useful. Then the government should have said, we have nothing to do with this. This is a private event. Then I would believe every word that you say.
Rajdeep, from when did an invitee or a guest to an event become liable for what happens there? You see, let's get the jurisprudence right here. And when you point fingers at the government, especially Mr. Rangappa was trying to politicize it and say that the government is directly responsible. Like you questioned him, and rightly so. What happened in the Kumbh Mela? We do not bury things under the carpet. We have gone ahead with inquiries. We have gone ahead with the judicial inquiry. Judicial inquiry reports are there. The magistrate inquiry reports are there. Matters are in court in a public interest litigation. We have filed our status report there. We are clean and we are transparent.
Okay.
We have hidden, facts have been hidden, numbers have been hidden, statistics have been hidden in the Kumbh Mela. Let them come clean with it before questioning the government.
Rangappa wants a final word. Mr. Rangappa, every time you will target the Karnataka government, they will turn out and say, the UP BJP government swept it under the carpet. You did not even tell the country how many people died in the Kumbh. You did not even tell the country, Mr. Rangappa, how many people died. Just a minute now, Mr. Podar, let him respond. No,
Sir,
let him
organized See, during the Kumbh Mela, total arrangements were pre-made. It was not that it was just done out of the blue. All necessary precautions were taken. The time taken to react from the time of incident and the team to approach, the medical team of the ambulance and the rescue team to approach was one of the best that has happened in the world. Please don't compare this.
Okay, you're saying don't compare the two stampedes either way, sir. Okay, time out. This is where the noise takes over. But I think what we have got is a report in place. I think this report needs to be therefore looked at even more carefully by all the stakeholders. There are lessons to be learned. You cannot carry out such functions in future without due permission. Lessons for RCB and indeed lessons for governments. It is not your job to get involved with private franchises and the celebrations. And if you are, then be ready to take accountability. I appreciate my guest joining me on my top talking point.